All right, this is the last page. So we're on wow. Okay, I'm all over the place. Unit 2, Section 6. Okay, and on this last page, there are only 6 questions. And we are graphing equations, which is awesome. Boom, I zoomed in on you. Super fast. I'm like the Flash. Okay. So we are graphing equations on these last, this is number 35 through 40. So we are almost done. 6 more. No calculator needed. You don't even have to add and subtract and multiply or none of that. You just got to be able to count, which we can count, right? And you got to know left from right. Anyways, number 35. So let's graph this thing. What I like to do, at least when I'm teaching this, if you're new to graphing, it might help, right? If I label this. So we know our equation, because this is slope-intercept form, okay? And real quick, we know slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, right? Where m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. All right, we already went over that, so I'm just refreshing your memory. So on here, I can label y equals that we have mx plus b. So I write it right above, right below. Either way is fine. And that way it kind of helps me. So here's x, here's m, here's b. So it kind of helps me know the slope and y-intercept. Okay. So now on here, we don't have a number in front of x. So if there's no number in front of x, we know the number there is actually a 1. Okay. And just to help you out also, which I know I taught this earlier in class, but any whole number that you have, so if I just have a 1, and for slope we want rise over run, right, a fraction. Well, I don't see a fraction there, but every whole number is always over 1. So you can make every whole number into a fraction. That way you have rise on top and run on bottom. Okay, so if you need to do that, then do that, it helps. Okay, so to graph, we always start with the y-intercept, or one way that I've remembered this before is you begin with b. So here's b. B is begin, right? So I begin with that number. Since that number is a 3, a positive 3, and it's the y-intercept. Well, here, okay, I can still see it right there. Okay. So I start with b. So I'm going to start from the middle, and then on the y-axis, I go up to that number. So I go up 1, 2, 3. I put a point. Okay? So far, so good. Now, from that point, I use my slope to do more points. Okay, so positive is up, and then I always go right, if I can. So I'm going to go up 1, right 1, make a point. Okay, I can keep going. Up 1, right 1, make a point. Okay, as long as you have at least, you really only need 2 to make a line, technically, but I would say try and do at least 3. Because if you do 3 and they form a straight line, you're probably on the right track, okay? Now, I just like to make mine straight, so I know what this is supposed to look like. Close enough. So, once you get 3 points, draw a line through them, put arrows on the end, because these are never-ending lines, which you'll learn in geometry. But anyways, yeah. You only need to do 2. Like, again, you can do 2 points and draw a line through those, but if you make a mistake finding the second point and you just draw your line, you probably won't even notice. So I always try to recommend if you can get at least 3, because if you do 3 points and they're all wrong, then okay, you got them all wrong. But if you do at least the y-intercept correct and you mess up on 1 point and get the other one right, then it's not going to make a straight line, and at least you know that you mess up and you can fix it. But if you only do 2, it's really hard to tell, because you can draw any straight line through 2 points. All right, next one. I have 36. Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and label this as mx plus b. Okay, so my m, my slope, is -4, and it's a whole number, so I'm going to do over 1. And my b, notice I have no number there, so if I don't have a number, it's actually 0. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so I begin with b. So since b is 0, I stay on the y-axis, and 0, put a point. Now from that point, I'm going to go down because I'm negative, so down 4, right 1. So from here, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1, make a point. Okay, see, I could make a line through those two if I wanted to, but I want to make sure I did it right. And if I look, I can't go down 4 again, right? I can't keep going, there's no more graph, which means I have to go backwards. So if I go backwards, I would go up 4, left 1. I'm going to do it again. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, left 1. Okay, see how my 3 points make a straight line? I know it's hard to tell because it's crooked, but they do. And now you just draw your line through those points. Like that, and we're done. So yeah, start with the y-intercept, get 2 more points, draw a line, and you're good to go. Okay, number 37. I'm going to start by labeling. I have mx plus b. So I begin with b, which is negative 5. So I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And since I already have a fraction, I don't have to add anything. So it's positive. So I go up 4, right 5. Okay. So from this point, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now this graph is not very big, so I can't go up 4, right 5, and I can't go backwards, right, because I don't have any room. So I'm just going to have to hope I did this right, which I know I did. And my line is whatever. It's through the points. We're good. And that's it. All right, 3 more. 38. So I have mx plus b. Okay, my m is negative. I don't have a number, so it's 1. And whole numbers are over 1. So I have my slope and my y-intercept. So I begin with b, which is negative 2. So I go down 1, 2, put a point. And then my slope is negative. So down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. I can keep going. Down 1, right 1. Okay, those are my 3 points. I'm going to draw a line right through those. And that's it. Again, if you want to use a ruler, go for it. I'm not too picky on the line, as long as I got the points correct. All right, 39. I have mx plus b. Okay. So I have a fraction already. I don't have to change or add anything. And so I begin with b, which is 5. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my slope is positive, so I go up 5, right 2. Well, I can't go up any further. So instead of going up 5, right 2, I'm going to go backwards. So opposite of up 5 is down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite of right 2 is left 2, 1, 2. And because I like to get 3 points, I'm going to do it one more time. So opposite up is down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite of right is left, 1, 2. Ooh. I got 3 points, so I can draw my line. And I'm done with that question. And look, we have one more. And it already has the fraction that I want. Oh no! It's like an earthquake here. Just kidding. It's not. I just hit it. All right, 40. So I have mx plus b. Slope is negative 8 over 3, so I'm going to go down. And my b is negative 4. Okay. So I begin with b. So I go down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from that point, I'm going to use my slope. So I go down 8, right 3. Sorry. So down 8. Well, I can't go down any further, so I have to go backwards. I put these on the last 2 questions on purpose to make you go backwards. Okay. So instead of down 8, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And instead of right 3, I go left 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I don't have any room to keep going, so unfortunately for this one, I only have 2 points. And that's my line. And that's it. So I am done with graphing. Hopefully that has been helpful. If not, please come ask for help. Otherwise, this video is now over.